Hello, everybody, and welcome to Irish Hypnotherapy Conference 2025 Meet Speakers. Today, we are talking to Sean Michael Andrews, all the way from across the big, huge pond, and wearing a fantastic Irish jersey, all the way from Dublin, I think, last year.
Right.
Welcome, Sean. How are you?
I'm good, John. How are you?
I am fantastic, thank you. It's a beautiful November day here, so
Oh,
um, welcome back.
thank you. It's very good to be here. I'm really looking forward to this.
You had a really great presentation last year. Uh,
Oh, thank
the
you.
room was absolutely jammed. John has to do a bit of work on scheduling this time. But so most people will know, but for those who don't, do you want to just give a brief synopsis of Sean, who you are, and all that?
Okay, well, I do hypnotherapy and also stage hypnosis here in the United States and around the world. Uh, Ireland was country number 20 for me. I've now taught in 21 countries, and
And
I
I thought
teach.
we were the 21st. That was the thought originally.
you
What
were
got
you were
21?
20. Where was 21? Now I can't remember. I've got
Putting you under
I've got a
pressure
flag
now.
I've got a flag display, and every time I teach in or perform in a different country, I get that flag. But I think Ireland was number 20. But I had such a great time at the conference last year. It was just amazing. The people were fantastic. Anyway, so I do instant inductions, and I do therapy and shows, and that's kind of what I do. And I'm based in Florida.
Bless you. Okay, fantastic. So you have sunshine all year round.
I do.
We're just jealous. Um,
Uh-huh.
so most people will know you from the stage or from the presentations that you do. In terms of the therapy, what
Yes.
type of is it all general type of therapy, everything, or are you specializing in anything in particular?
Well, the majority of my work has been in weight loss, but I've worked with just about everything. I have a migraine process that Dave Ellman invented back in the 1950s that I'm experimenting with now. So weight loss, smoking, fears, just and working with children, bedwetting, and it's.
Mm,
I have a general
the
practice,
general
which
practice.
which is good for me because I like to do different things. I get bored if I'm doing the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm primarily a therapist. I didn't get into doing the shows until I'd been a hypnotist for about 5 or 6 years.
And what got you into doing the shows?
Uh, my my friend, Canadian lady, Kenda Summers, wanted me to do a show with her and up in Canada. And I thought, well, all right, I'll go up. I'll support you. And I went up there, and it was so much fun. It was just really, really a blast. And so, excuse me. So then I just got hooked. It was like doing street hypnosis, which I've done a heck of a lot of. It was like doing street hypnosis, but just with a bigger crowd. And I really found that I liked it. And now in Florida. Now I'm doing a lot more shows. So yeah, I don't know. It's just so much fun.
Brilliant. And do you find that that benefits your therapy business as well?
Oh, it does, especially the street hypnosis, because if you can hypnotize strangers on the street, then it's a piece of cake to hypnotize somebody that comes to you to get hypnotized. And stage also, you're hypnotizing a lot of people. You get a really good feel for who's who's deep, who's not quite so deep, who needs to be, invited to go back out into the audience because they're just not there. So you get really good at judging depth of trance when you're doing stage hypnosis. And yeah,
And do you get many referrals from those shows or
surprisingly, yes. And that's one of the reasons. It's funny because stage is such a big part of my life right now. But I was very much against stage hypnosis when I first got into hypnotherapy. I thought it was demeaning. I thought it gave us a bad reputation, and I thought it should be outlawed.
and you and quite a
Now,
lot of people still think like that. And
yes,
that's I
yes, yes.
used to once upon a time as well, but I've completely changed my mind.
Yeah, it's surprising. but I really thought it should be outlawed. And now, surprisingly, when I do a show, people always come up to me and say, "Can you help me with weight loss? Can you help me with smoking?" Or I want to get better at public speaking, or many things. And they see the performance on stage, and they see the imagination of the people on the stage, and they think, well, if that hypnotist can do that, then obviously they can help me with my issues. And although that's not necessarily true, that's what they believe, and they always come and they ask for it. So yeah,
So
it's
that
a
is
pleasure.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I do hear that quite a bit from people who work in the stage or street that, referrals just keep coming because people see the power of it where they hadn't been exposed to it before.
mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, it's really interesting because I know a lot of therapists still hold a view, as you originally did, and I, that, stage is something to be poo-pooed. It's something to,
Yes,
um, it's given the industry a bad profession or a bad name, I
excellent.
should say. But
Yeah,
actually, I think it's more the opposite.
I do. I think so too. I mean, most people who know anything about hypnotherapy, most people who come for hypnotherapy, their first introduction to hypnosis was seeing a show. So, I mean, we do feed the rest of the therapy business
Mhm.
just because that's how people first become aware of hypnosis.
I
So,
just agree. Yeah, they'll see a stage show somewhere and then
mhm.
become aware of it, or they get a referral from someone else. Um, and in Dublin, you are going to talk about how to
I am
give.
going to talk about how to do killer demonstrations, and it's that's the fun part. I mean, I always talk about hypnosis being the coolest job in the world, and
Mm,
when you're a hypnotist, you're the cool kid. So what do you do in a situation where somebody says, "Oh, you're a hypnotist, can you show me something?" And I have a complete routine that I'll be teaching. That what do you do? What are the steps to amaze people and also make you look really good? And this is also very useful for a therapist, because when you give a talk on hypnosis, which is absolutely the best way to get clients for your office, if you can do a killer demonstration, excuse me, you will get a lot of business. And so I'm going to show exactly what sort of demonstrations to do, and how to do them without fear of failure. You see, the reason why many hypnotherapists will do a talk for a group, but they don't want to demonstrate hypnosis, because what if the person doesn't go into
right. I
hypnosis?
was going to ask you
So
about that fear of failure, actually. That's, yeah.
yeah, well, I'm afraid of failure too. I don't want to fail. That would make me feel, I would be sad if I brought somebody up for a demonstration and it didn't work. So over the years, I've really done a lot of research into hypnotizability and a lot of experimentation on my own. And so I have a way of telling who the most highly hypnotizable people are, so that when I call them up for a demonstration, there's absolutely no doubt that they're going to go into a trance. And I'm like many people, I it scares me the thought of failing. So what I've done is I've found little sneaky tricks, and also just ways to identify and soften people up. And so when I do a demo, it's it always works. And
Right.
if you have zero chance of failure, you can be pretty gutsy, you know.
Well, that is true. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Um, and so your talk is going to be on how to do it, but
Yeah.
also just address why it's important that you do. Is it the same reason
Well,
as the paid stuff, as in that it gets clients to you because people see its power, it demystifies it, takes it away, or am I putting words in your mouth here?
no. That's exactly what it is. I mean, it brings people into your office, because if you do an instant induction, or something that looks like an instant induction, people are amazed. They know that person you called up for the demonstration because their sons or daughters play football together or something like that, and they know that she doesn't act that way. So when you drop her into trance instantly, they they have to work with you. They have to come and come to your office, because they know that you must have something that can really help them. And plus, I mean, if you're at a family gathering, or maybe you're at the pub and somebody says, "Show me something," it's most hypnotists will say, "Well, if we had my chair and maybe some music, and if we could dim the lights a little. No, just do it. Show them something, and I'll show a tricky way to find out who's really good, and then drop them into trance. It's so easy. You are the cool kid. There is no you. A hypnotist is the coolest person in any room that you walk into. Any room.
Yeah, I
You
was
are
at
the cool
something
kid.
recently. Yeah, and that was that was a big topic of the conversation is how there is an air of mystery about the hypnotist.
Oh
And
yeah.
actually, when you can utilize that to show people the benefit of hypnosis, even if it's to feel good in a moment, it doesn't have to be get
Yeah.
rid of something. It can just be to feel
Right.
good and go into a
Right.
trance. It does demystify it, doesn't it?
It does, and also it adds to your prestige.
Yeah.
You know, they are amazed. They know they're going to go into hypnosis, and then also your prestige and your ability to hypnotize people also contributes to the therapy, because if they believe that you have something that can really help them, it's going to really help them make the change,
Yes.
because they have confidence in you and your abilities. So yeah, there's really no downside to doing these killer demonstrations.
So what you're doing is actually creating both the belief and the expectation by creating that, which helps the therapy no end.
Exactly. So you pair that with rapport building,
Yeah.
and because we know that rapport is the thing that really determines whether or not the change is going to be made. You do that in rapport building, and you've got a winning combination.
Changes an instant. I love the thought of it. And I have actually seen this presentation before. I have. And it's a fantastic presentation, actually. It really is.
Well, thank you,
Um,
John.
and you do it really, really well. And I think it was a full room in London I saw where there was hundreds of people in that room. And I was like, wow. I think that was the first time I saw you do. I'm going to take 3 drinks of this. And
Oh yes, the catalyst induction.
yes,
Yet another sneaky way to find out who the highly hypnotizable people are. Yeah.
we're giving it away already, are we?
I don't, that's right. I don't keep secrets. You have to stop me or I'm gonna
Yeah, but now all we've done is intrigue a little bit of interest and spike it so that people can actually they'll
Okay,
have to
great.
come to it to see it.
Great.
Isn't that? Um, so you're back in Dublin. Are you last year you toured for a week afterwards?
Yes.
Are you doing the
Yes.
same thing? Not this
This
year.
time. This time it'll just be me, and I'll just come in, and I might stay an extra day, but yeah, it's that's going to be a busy month for me.
All right.
So
Okay. Okay. And how was your trip to Blarney?
it was wonderful, and I think that's definitely going to help my therapy. Having kissed that stone, it was suspiciously a darker color on the part where people were kissing it. But I know I try not to think about that.
Don't think about that, Sean.
Every 200-300 people, they did wipe it down, so that was good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 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 Don't think anymore. Oh, listen, well, I can't wait to see you in Dublin. And I'm so glad that you're coming back, and I'm so looking forward to your
Thank thank you
presentation.
so much for inviting me, John. I had such a good time at the conference last year.
And actually, the jersey, just comment on the
Yes.
jersey. Like
Oh,
you're not wearing that just for us now. That's part of your attire all through Florida, is it?
it is. I wear this when I play pickleball. I
Yeah.
have I but no, and it's also the added advantage is this is my favorite color. So
Now there you go.
it was
There you
perfect.
go.
I'm glad. I might pick up. They probably have a home jersey or something that's a white or something. Do they? I'll have to pick that up when I'm there next time.
You'll get different colors. Yeah, the white would be the away jersey.
The away jersey. Okay, yeah, I
That's
might pick up an away jersey this next time I'm there.
There you go. Okay. Well, listen, I can't wait to see you on the 5th and 6th of April. It's going to be a fantastic event. It'll be the largest one yet. There'll be hundreds of people there. So I'm really looking forward to it.
I am too. I can't wait.
And to everybody, firstly, thank you for watching. And all the details are on www.irishhypnotherapyconference.ie. And we will see you all on the 5th and 6th of April. So wherever you are, absolutely amazing day. And see you all in April.